If you own a WRX or STI, your insurance costs are getting wild. This has been an increasing problem, and it's basically keeping owners and potential owners from buying these cars because the insurance costs are so much. So if you want to own a VB WRX like this, a VA WRX, an STI, insurance is definitely something to look into because it's wildly expensive. In this video, I'm going to give you guys a trick that I've been using for the last couple of years. It's kind of like a hack on how to save money on insurance. It's not just a little bit of money. I cut my insurance per year about $600–700 a year. Totally worth it. It's been something that I've been doing for years, and I'm going to walk you guys through the math, how to do it, how to save some money on insurance, and potentially just how to put more money in your pocket so you can modify your cars. We're going to hop into the car. We'll do a POV. We'll talk about it, and I'll tell you guys in a second. But before I leave you and start driving the car, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys in just a second. So yes, insurance costs are wildly expensive, and I'm going to make a recommendation that is not for everyone, but it's something to strive for. And welcome to the POV driving, by the way. I know this isn't perfect, but we're in the mountains, so, well, kind of in the mountains. We're going to get into the mountains, so it's not a bad time. And the car is filthy because I've been road tripping all summer, so apologies if there's dust everywhere and the windshield is foobar. But here's the deal. Insurance is getting insane, and there is kind of a hack. There's a trick that you can save a ton of money, but it does involve some blood, sweat, and tears and some really hard math to decide whether or not it's right for you. So a decision that I've made in the last couple of years is to reduce the amount that I insure on these cars, because if you do the math, the relative increase in premium if you were to make a claim and the cost of actually doing the repair yourself will save you money. Now, this takes away convenience. So let me first explain what that meant. So I carry either less or no deductible on certain aspects of the car, knowing that I will fix it myself. With collision, I carry a little bit more. With comprehensive, I carry next to nothing. What I'm risking here is that I could have an out-of-pocket or deductible, and I basically could have a deductible if I have a, extreme event. But what I'm hedging is that the likelihood of me having an extreme event is low enough that I'm willing to risk a little bit of that, and anything in between I'll fix on my own, because me fixing it is going to be less than deductible of a shop fixing it and charging like insurance repair rates. Let me iron this out with a situation. Let's say I get into a fender bender and I damage my bumper. It might cost through a shop, because it's an insurance claim, they might say it's going to be $4,000 to do it, right? I know that I can get a used bumper and replace it for, let's say, and this is a very rudimentary example, for $350, let's say. The idea there is, how long does it take me to save that amount of money over a certain amount of months for it to make sense? Now, reducing my insurance burden could be as much as $40 or $50 a month there, which means it's like $500 or $600 a year, let's say $600 a year. How many years do I have to go before that event happens for that $600 a year to add up and make sense? Short answer is, if you do this well and think about this in all the situations, a lot of you guys will be able to save money, because I have no points on my record. I've been at the same insurer for 7+ or 8+ years now, maybe even 9+ years. I have relatively inexpensive insurance in the grand scheme of things. A lot of you guys don't. Now, here's the caveat to what I'm saying in this kind of trick or hack. You've got to be able to do the work yourself and take the risk. It's a risk. Some of you guys are going to do this and immediately get into an accident. That's the whole insurance game. But there's money to be saved, because the money that you're saving is the profit the insurance company would be taking off of you. That's just how insurance works. So what exactly am I doing? With my VA WRX, I have the highest deductible of comprehensive and the highest deductible of collision. And with this WRX, I also have the highest deductible. So I'm still insured. Actually, with the VA, I don't know if I have comprehensive anymore. I think I do. But the short answer is, I'm still insured in case there's a total loss. Yes, I'm going to have a large deductible, but if there's a total loss, I'm in the hole anyways. It's a tough situation, but I've never totaled a vehicle, so the odds of me totaling, well, I don't know, actually, knock on wood, I might total it, who knows. But very few people total 10+ cars in their lives, right? So that total loss situation is possible, but not super probable, and I hate even saying that while driving. And I guess the way that I look at it is, I've never made an insurance claim, and like the 1 or 2 times where I've thought about it, it's cheaper for me because my premium would go up. It's cheaper for me just to fix it, right? Because fixing it is either much less than the deductible or about the same, and I don't want my premium to go up. So I think the answer is just that this is something that not that many people talk about. Now it is, again, it's a huge convenience thing. Short answer is if something happens, it's extremely inconvenient because you have to do all the work yourself. But if you're talking about saving money or being able to afford these cars, sometimes sweat equity and labor is the way that you're gonna get around not being able to afford the car or the insurance or whatever it is. And again, it's a much harder calc when you're like somebody like me, that I don't pay a ton for the insurance, right? My insurance costs aren't super high. I think between both my WRXs, I'm paying, you know, like $130 or $140 a month or something, which is still expensive, but these cars are expensive to insure. But I know that some of you guys are paying $300, $400, $500 a month. So doing this math becomes a lot more profitable and easier to stomach as you pay more. So it's something to think about. Yes, it challenges you, it forces you to learn your mechanical skills and be comfortable doing that, but it's not actually that hard to work on these cars, and I think most people can actually do it. Where we've landed, guys, I know that this is, you know, everyone wants to hear a secret hack or trick. They want something that's easy, right? This isn't easy, but it is a legitimate way to save money. Now, I'm not saying don't have insurance. That is too risky and in some states illegal. But insurance is always a financial math problem. And you gotta do the math. A lot of people are just like, I want full coverage. And if you're willing to pay for full coverage because that is a premium thing that you want and not think about it, then do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's very much a comfort thing. Full coverage is great. It's comfortable. You don't have to ever worry about anything, right? Someone else will do the work. But in today's day and age, when that work takes 6 to 8 months and you don't have your car for a long time, and part availability and battles with the insurance over how it's covered and what will be fixed, sometimes that convenience isn't as high as you think it would be. And sometimes just fixing it yourself is easier anyways. So these are all things to think about. The pops are so good. You guys probably can't hear it, but every time you downshift in this car, it pops. It's so nice. Yeah, don't hate me. I know it is a tip or a trick, and it's something that you can do. And I probably, for a lot of you guys, probably have potentially saved thousands of dollars or many hundreds of dollars a year, but thousands of dollars over the lifetime of owning these cars. And probably have also forced you guys to understand more about how the cars work, how to fix them and do all that stuff, which I think if you own a WRX or STI, you should be doing anyways. And maybe it's also me just saying that there's no other way to really save money on insurance. So yeah, that's the best possible outcome. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you've got more questions or want more clarity, I guess, you know, let me know what your thoughts are, and I'm happy to, I'm happy to help and answer any questions that I can. I'll see you guys in the next video.